And we're already underway here. Good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever. We are here with Krelbel and Cheamo here. We are already off the gates here. Professor Render here, along with Reticle Sniper 99. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. I think this is my third inverted seat commentary. So hopefully this one goes a little smoother than some of the last ones I've done.
That's good. Yeah, so we are running with inverted key sanity 6-6. We also have some enemizer in action here. We're doing fast scanning as well. We're already seeing Hype Cave of a Moon Pearl and a glove, along with 50 rupees. Pretty good Hype Cave, all things considered.
That's a great hype cave to start. I mean, you see some bad starts there, but this is great. And then Krelbel is actually going after, just gonna grind out some magic and some bombs.
Yeah, this is one of the many openers within the inverted mode, and we get a hook shot out of the Skullwood's right chest.
So yes, we're seeing two very standard starts for inverted.
And already, at around the 1 minute 30-second mark, we already have our light world access.
Well, I'm getting out of Dark World then.
I would do so too. And Krelbel is going to be running with his MSU Shuffler. Cheamo, we also have another MSU pack, but we are going to be running with that first one here with Krelbel. I don't know what his MSU pack is in particular. Cheamo's doing the arrow game, again, one of the many openers that you can do in inverted.
Yeah, if you're good.
Go ahead.
If you're gonna do inverted, that's definitely one of those things you want to learn how to do. Rupees are always very limited that early, so you want to know how to do that. And you saw it with Cheamo there. It's, you just line yourself up right next to the vendor and then just wait for that target to just cross over slightly, that second curtain, or right before that second curtain divider.
Yeah, if you can manage to hit all 5 of them, it's a total of, I believe, 124 rupees? Or 114?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 124.
And each pass-through will give you, if you manage to pull it off successfully each time, it gives you 124 rupees each time. If you do it 2 passes, you double that up.
And it looks like Cheamo is going to go directly to at least Light World, but instead to the South Shore start.
Yeah, but the fact that we already have a minute 30 seconds start here with our Light World access, this makes a whole lot of sense over on Cheamo's part.
Yeah, I'm wondering if those were plants to kind of get closer. Obviously, only 2 of those could be. But you kind of get the sense that Cheamo made some plant of those items.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And we have Krelbel's trying to get around to this thief and this slug, and they are not cooperating.
Yeah, these are pretty bad enemies to find in this particular room, especially now that you pulled the chest. You have to navigate very far away from these guys. So far, nothing to report on within the dam. Just only 10 arrows out of the sunken treasure, and I believe there wasn't really anything out of the inside of there. And we have our small key that is planted in there already. Make sure that it's nice and able to access.
But I like being forced into saving and quitting right after I get that.
We had a bit of Flashman stage for Mega Man 2 for the Link's house, which also is Kakariko.
We've got Mini Moldorm Cave, which this time is Mini Helma and Mini Moldorm. We're getting a small key to ice, a small key to desert, the big key for Swamp Palace, some arrows, and just 20 bucks.
Okay. Swamp Palace big, not really that necessary to complete the seed, but of course we always can see a possibility that swamp big chest may have something of value.
But Krelbel will have Light World access soon. I am surprised that Cheamo didn't go straight to CAC first and instead is doing the South Shore play, but you know, I'm sure they'll go to CAC soon.
Very much so, as Krelbel now gets his Light World access. Remember the Donkey Kong Country as part of the Shuffler. Over to Ice Rock Cave over on Cheamo's side.
And yes, as Yanni is saying, you know, I wouldn't ever dream of doing a fake flipper in Enemizer.
I don't recognize this minigame track.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with this one either.
That's one of the things I really like about Krelbel's Shuffler is that you get to hear a lot of different tracks and different packs. I already have a whole setup for mine, which has a couple of the packs that I had used previously and continue to use now. But outside of that, though, Krelbel is going to head over to our dig game.
Wow, Cheamo is actually is routing around Light Worlds, checking for some of those 50-50 drops.
And there's the blue mail for Krelbel.
Oh, good point. Cheamo did not check K45.
That is true. K45 is actually perfectly accessible rather, within inverted. It's just that the little mound is pushed down.
I'm curious, you know, is that a unfamiliarity with inverted?
It could possibly be an unfamiliarity. Right.
I mean, I feel like part of what kind of lends itself to that kind of thought is, you know, if Cheamo really put the items to kind of get quick Light World access, you know, maybe there is a discomfort there with this mode.
Probably. And we did get a powder from out of the back of the tavern, and we're going to see that magic bat check immediately. Well, Krelbel checks out the brewery. Gives us ether, and the magic bat just gives out a heart piece.
And it looks like Krelbel is going to take, at least do Village, and then probably jump into CAC.
The chess game only has 10 arrows.
Oh, and one of the scarier rooms of Enemizer.
Although this room actually is very tame.
Oh yes, I've seen much worse in this room.
Rebel entering Thieves' Town. And this is still this is a dungeon with its music I don't recognize either.
Yeah, I'll say I don't either. I have a few that I like to use a lot. Bottle Vendor, this time it's only 10 arrows.
Over to the well, we're on Cheamo's side. We have 10 arrows from the first chest there going into the bomb wall, which is a key for Ice Palace. And to wrap things over here, we have another key for Turtle Rock. We have a compass for Misery Mire and the Ice Rod.
And we got the red boomerang over on Krelbel's side. Obviously, best boomerang.
Yep, the best boomerang mainly for the fact that you can, in fact, do a splash lead for that.
So we've actually gotten a couple of Ice Palace Smalls. That's not really going to help too much.
No, it doesn't. Especially when you consider too that we don't have a way to get into Ice Palace just yet.
And we got a small key to Mire, so we are collecting a lot of useless small keys today.
Yeah, this opener is this Kakariko in the current early game is kind of a bit of a sleeper right now.
But I think if I was, if I was in that position, I would definitely, go over to Sank or check Lost Woods, walk over to Sanctuary, and actually drop in a back of Escape and then come out into Sanctuary. Because you've got all the tools to do that properly.
It's a Minish cap for the Lost Woods.
Our Lost Woods drop down, only 20 bucks.
And the tree pull, I didn't catch what tree pull it was, but it is dropping 20 rupees.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I didn't see how many enemies were in that before then, because that was a long way before we had that pull.
If I had to take a guess, it's probably tier 2.
Well, we're going to get that Lumberjack check. When you've got a key sanity and, you've got so much to do, not a bad idea to check it out.
And Lumberjack Les, it's just only a heart container, so I'm not going to really kill Aga for just another heart container, especially when you can find a lot more out in the good old Hyrule.
So I'm hoping we get a graveyard check along with the Sank and back of Escape checks here.
I'm definitely seeing Graveyard Ledge as a possibility for Cheamo, so it's gonna go up there right now, and then do the back of Escape, like you had mentioned. Krelbel entering the hard-hacked Kuko room, or chicken hut. Nice use of the fact that all the hard-hat beetles do is just they follow you towards your position, so a bit of bait would actually help here. Doesn't have to kill any of them and waste precious time.
Uh-oh. There's some fun in back of Escape.
Yeah, that's a Lionel. Just guarding the back of Escape hit. There's a bit of key for Tororag. Another big key for Thieves Town. We have 10 arrows.
Now, for Cheamo, they didn't actually go into Thieves Town, so that's now 7 checks.
That is correct. We do have 7 checks for Thieves Town.
Now, to answer Yanni's question, Hookshot was in Skull Woods. That was that right side?
Right side, yes. Over to Sanctuary, we have 50 rupees. And a pretty rude spot for the guard there. Might not be able to make it in time, though, to get whatever's on there. I mean, he won't be able to grab it anyway. Just managed to make it, though, with only 13 seconds. Oh, I wish I could tell what this is. I know it's Super Nintendo, but I can't tell what Super Nintendo game it is.
This one's a good one. I haven't heard this one.
I haven't heard this one either.
But we have Cheamo going over to at least checking Saha's closet, and I'd assume they're going to try to go for the 4 items in Eastern. Well, 3 and an out of logic one.
Yeah, I definitely see that in the cards for Cheamo. I actually recognize one of these cave tracks. That's actually from the FM project, which is one of the various tracks that they MSU packs from. I think the very early MSU packs.
And hey, we've started to get some more pod smalls. We're going to need quite a few of those to get through this seed. But Cheamo is back into Dark World, and we're going to get that K45 check from Krelbel.
It's just a hard piece.
That will work out well for Cheamo at least.
My hunch that this is the cave, that I believe this is the primary cave one for the FM project. I'll have to listen closely. So it looks like Krelbel is opting to go for. Is he gonna check? Going to over to Snapshot.
Yep, I was about to say I was thinking it was going to be an escape play.
It took a interesting line around Link's house and over to South Shore.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get too much on a map check yet. We've gotten what, 1 or 2 maps? I will say, you know, I would have expected some kind of talking to the big bomb vendor. Yeah, I don't know why there was not a talk to either of those characters.
Okay, I think I figured this out. This is the one with the FM project, I believe, is the first cave track. Because there is a second cave track in there, because I don't know why.
And yes, GFE, I mean, that's definitely a possibility. But I would expect, you know, that there's still a need to kind of find that out. And the only reason I doubt also that Cheamo did play something to know that is I felt like they made a play early that told me they placed at least like some combination of hammer, pearl, and glove.
Probably going to look at Agina's cave. And there's the hook shot for Cheamo. And see what Krelbel opts to do for it. Maybe you want to go over to a checkerboard cave, given how you have access to this because of inverted. And it's a big key. And it's... Go ahead.
Only Ice Palace, though.
Yeah, but that doesn't really do us any favors, really.
Yeah.
We don't have access to Ice Palace yet. Either we don't have a Fire Rod or Bombos.
I mean, technically we don't have flippers, and who wants to do ice without the Cane of Samaria anymore?
Yeah, this is one of the big things that, because of Icebreaker being such a prevalent thing within the randomizer, it makes Ice Palace a lot more tolerable, but given the fact that this is Plando, we might be forced to do a bomb jump anyway, because that has been a pretty popular plant amongst a lot of the runners here. Seeing the ability to just put Samaria on, let's say, Cole's Dare. That's one of the more popular plants that I've seen this tournament.
Okay, so we got bumper ledge there, just the bug net. I don't think our runners are going to go for that one. But Cheamo is going to do some dark mountain climb.
My hunch is that this second cave track is probably 2019 Link's Awakening? Okay, yeah, Ultimania confirming that this is from 2019 Link's Awakening. That's what I figured.
And yes, that's a dark rooms are bad enough sometimes, but Enemizer, dark rooms, they don't mix. It's kind of like fake flippering.
Yeah, except you don't get O code.
Yeah, well, it sometimes feels like it.
It feels like you get O code. Yes, and oh boy. This is already harking back to that past Thursday with the Triforce Hunt Mystery Oko that was on SG. That was a fun one. I think we had like 54 Triforce pieces out of a pool of 64 to 70.
Yeah, there's definitely something that Cheamo cannot see that is getting them every time.
It could be a very high tier enemy. It's a
there's a pokey. Oh no.
Yeah, that's been chipping away at his health. But he's able to get away.
Just have to be careful getting back down to the delivering the old man now.
Yeah, that's it's gotta watch for falling rocks.
Oh man, wow, Krelbel is gonna try this.
Yeah, this is one of the more trickier things. This is very tough to pull off in the Enemizer and actually be able to get away with it. Given how Enemizer... Oh, this is bad.
That's very bad.
Oh, he's able to get Oak. Ooh.
So that's one of the few things you can exploit. The enemies cannot, if they're on deep water, they can't switch over to shallow water.
That is really nice. And we do get a big key out of the Waterfall of Wishing, which is for Tower of Hera.
Which technically, well, it's not in logic.
And just to be safe, Krelbel is going to hop into the grass and be able to be put back on the right plane there. There's a free hundo over on Sora's ledge.
And the old man was returned home for just a piece of heart. Just a little bit of love.
Could use the hook shot to add some extra iframes, preventing him from taking a death from off of the falling rock. There's the single arrow on top of Spec Rock, and inside it's just 3 bombs.
So far, we haven't really found anything for Death Mountain, but, we still got that whole east side.
And
oh, wow.
Whatever we landed on.
Was that a fireball?
That was a Bari. Right on a Bari. Unfortunately, you can't Goomba stop in this game.
We're getting an uncle check over on Krelbel's side. Just a 20. And we're also getting that drop-down chest.
And Cheamo?
Yeah. Whoa.
Ooh.
Hey, that's a nice find.
Hello, Floops. How are you doing today?
Yeah, Cheamo's gonna get 1 item out of Aga Tower here.
I think this is a good play. It's along your routes. You can get this really easily, and it's Kisani, so you will find an item there, which is just a single rupee.
Ooh, I know this one. This is Super Mario RPG.
Ooh, yeah, this is some SM RPG going on here.
That one is definitely in my regular rotation. Lots of nostalgia for this.
My rotation is kind of weird though. I have my MSU pack. I have Persona 5. I have Jazz Jackrabbits.
Oh, hey.
A couple number ones.
There was that Swamp Small on Krelbel's side in that first chest in Escape.
So Swamp may be in the cards, but we don't have that mirror yet.
Big Key to Desert. Unfortunately, that one's a bit further off. You know, we actually do need the book today for that. And the map to Desert. And oh boy.
Oh, this is a bad spot for this. Switching over to the Twitch stream.
Yep. It looked like Cheamo,
he fell off.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, he fell off. This is a really bad spot. He would have to like pull out a book or something. Trying to make this work. He's just standing there and he's still either time it or has to pull out like a cape or something. Like,
yeah.
there's no way he can get this. He has to get a cape.
I missed those two last checks on Krelbel's side and Escape.
I missed them too. We're focused on Cheamo.
You know, that's the great danger of Enemizer always. You know, you run into those unfortunate things on bridges.
It looks like it was a shield. And there was something that also was missed. We do get a bottle though. A Super Bunny Cave.
Yeah, that and a heart piece to refill Cheamo's health, so they could take another shot at it. But it looks like they're going to also check out... What's our TR medallion?
Ether.
I think it's a good idea to check that TR medallion before trying again. I think this is going to be a... I'm trying until I either get it or I die.
He's also could also use a bomb here. And I think
yep, here we go.
In time for. Oh.
Wow. Yep. Nope.
A bit more Minish caps. Or moving over to the light world or over to Kakariko. In this situation, yeah, he's dead.
Yep.
In this situation, I would probably would have used the cape. Also, Krelbel was activating the flute here. Yeah, I would definitely be using the. If I found that there was like a big spike there, I would just be. Okay, I'm probably gonna leave this on until the get the cape or something.
Yeah, at this point, I think you don't bash your head against it any further. You know, let's go check out Paradox Cave. Let's check out the Floating Island. Let's get into at least the two that Cheamo can get in Hera. You know, I wouldn't go any further and just, as we said, bash our heads against it.
It goes to show how powerful the invincibility items are for Enemizer, that being the Cape and Cane of Burna.
Yeah, and you'll see that on any of these like small platform kind of areas. TR, free laser bridge, or even laser bridge, the pod, collapsing bridge, your GT bridges, any of those can really kind of bite you.
Definitely. We do get an Eastern Palace map and something to go into Eastern Palace with, and that's a bow.
We still don't really know, as in terms of what's what. We know we need 6 crystals.
Yes, that is true. And we could also, of course, we know that this is fast Ganon. We can, in fact, we'll be able to go over it again and fight a lot easier because this will be right over. Where exactly where the GT is in Inverted, which is right outside Eka Tower.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see GT at all today, unless for some reason this becomes a sword hunt.
Yeah, we do know that we do not have swordless turned on. We have randomized swords. There is a piece of well, first of all, a piece of heart for our Krelbel side that was picked up from Cheamo, but we also did see a heart container over on the floating island. Looks like he's going over to Tower of Hera over on Cheamo's side. No big key, but we can bomb jump.
And we know that one of our 5-6 is on Desert Palace.
And Eastern Palace is Vanilla Green Pendant. There's another map for Cheamo. That one is for Thieves Town.
Oh, and there's that book.
So now there's Desert Palace access, and Cheamo can in fact get into there. Cheamo is opting to go for a Hera pot. Doesn't quite get it. And
like they're gonna take a death, it appears, although... Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I don't know what was up with the other one. He is opting to Death Warp. Or just take a death to refill health. Looks at things. Thieves Town, back at Thieves Town for Krelbel. Now that Krelbel has the Thieves Town big key.
And checking the boss immediately? No. Apparently not.
Yeah, this is one thing about we do have random bosses turned on. So also nice work for Cheamo, although because of the big spike, it's unavoidable to get 1.0 to not get 1.0 here.
Still, got through it. Gonna get at least, 2 checks here. Just a small key to Myra, unfortunately. And now the question is, what do we got for a boss in Hera? Now, this is actually a very interesting play by Krelbel. If you didn't look, you might have missed it, but Krelbel stole the small key.
Indeed, and looks like Cheamo has encountered a cold stare.
Yeah, you got to get hit by those little ice drops.
And speaking of something to get cold stare out of the shell, there's the fire rod.
Okay, I'm gonna just say that's got to be a plant.
I would imagine so.
And I'm wondering, is that something that at the same time Krelbel placed that small the thieves' small key to kind of defend it?
Perhaps. And we see half magic on the ether tablet because it says your magic power has been doubled.
And hello to everybody coming in from Plando Central 0. Hope everybody enjoyed the race that went on over there. We're just about to see, we got a Vitreous. And Krelbel's like, nope, let's get out of here.
Yeah, we're out of here. Yeah, because we don't have Krelbel doesn't have a weapon that would take care of um,
Well,
Vitreous.
we do. Hammer will kill Vitreous. It's just very painful.
It is painful, yes.
Vitreous
Probably-
is already a hard fight.
Yeah. Also, I did hear some Persona 5 for the boss theme. I've heard this enough times that it gets rolled in the in my shufflers that I've done.
So we just got Mimic Cave. And Krelbel has headed up the mountain. This is a logical mountain play. Given Krelbel's use of the flute.
Yeah, that is right. We did see Krelbel obtain the flute. Krelbel now going to enter the top of Aga Tower, and more Persona 5 too.
Okay, what is Cheamo's plan here? I was thinking it was going to be... Okay, it is. Cheamo's going to check Spiral Cave.
Of course, we don't have no boot, so we'll have to walk over there, and it does take quite a while. And pretty important question here is, why does Sonic have Amy's hammer? I don't know why he's got a Pico Pico hammer. Speaking of, we do, well, not speaking of, but outside of that, we do find Myers' map. Krelbel is going to uncover the fate that is this really, really bad final chest of Hookshot Cave. Let's see what he does here.
Bad. I thought that was a fun placement.
For the runners, at least. And we're going to get information about 5-6 crystals. Swamp is the other 5-6.
Krelbel's thinking about it. Nope, they're out of there. Cerberoth, as in, like, Amy from the Sonic series.
Yeah. Hammy's hammer is referred to as the Pico Pico hammer within the Sonic franchise.
But Krelbel is going to clear up the rest of the mountain that they can. While Cheamo is heading over to Escape, or, well, the Uncle, and probably going to route in Escape after that. So we're kind of going over each other's footsteps here.
So, with this little impasse in mind, at this point, I do see Krelbel with the Fire Rod in from the Thief's Town big chest go into Ice Palace.
I don't think... You think they would fake flip her into ice?
I would see them fake flip her into ice, yes.
I don't know. I think at this point, you know, you got pretty much full desert access, or at least should soon, you know, as soon as Krelbel gets their book. I would flute to Mire and then probably wipe out desert, because that's a full clear now.
Yeah, that is true, yeah. Outside of Kane, of course. And Krelbel's gonna get a law on text box.
Yeah, and I think at this point, you know, you want to get dungeons cleared first. Or at least ones that are easier, more straightforward. Of course, you know, all this assumes we actually have the ability to finish the boss. Although, I think there's... Is there any boss that Krelbel can't kill right now?
We know that Vidi is... We know that probably far as I'm aware, no.
Vidi's not going to be fun, but
Vidi is not fun, no.
But Vidi is in logic, and I think everything else is as well.
I do see Krelbel killing Cold Stare in Hera. Especially now with the Fire Rod. As far as Krelbel with Vidi, I would imagine he would be more comfortable with the bow that he's about to get right now. And he's able to just, fire arrows into it. But I don't think he would need to get some arrow capacity in order to make that possible.
I don't know. Krelbel's going to have to find at least a little bit of magic before they can go after that Cold Stare. And I don't know. I don't think there's a magic drop in Hera.
I haven't paid attention to the prize packs. I don't know if any of the enemies that we've seen will drop magic.
And Cheamo's going for Dark Cross right now.
Okay. This is out of logic for Cheamo, but it is in logic for Krelbel.
I'd say in either case, though, this is not going to be fun, and that's why. There's definitely a Lionel in the back of, in that Dark Cross path.
Yeah, Lionel is going to save and quit out.
These are the kinds of things that make any sort of logic breaks a lot harder.
Oh, right. I think prize packs are actually randomized and not actually set in the customizer. So you have to find magic drops, like, just by pure chance. Waiting to Tower Hera now for Krelbel, and here's some Cadence of Hyrule.
Cheamo's checking out Village of Outcasts now, returning for some checks we didn't do earlier. And there's that book for...
Go ahead.
There's that book for Krelbel.
Excuse me. And so is the ether for Cheamo.
Only worry for Krelbel right now is they are short on magic to do enough Fire Rod shots. But
Yeah,
they will also be able to check that big chest.
Yeah, with the without any half magic, which we know is on ether tablets and requires 2 swords for it, we know in order to knock out the shell of Cold Stare, you need to burn out a full magic bar.
Unfortunately, as GFE's saying, hoping for that magic drop, I think Krelbel's going to play typical, randomizer strategy of killing less enemies.
And then gets knocked into a pit by a moblin.
So yeah, if you want to see some great Cold Stare battling, you gotta hope for a magic drop right now.
Yeah, and there's the magic drop right now. So
hey,
this means so as long as Krelbel does not die, you will be able to kill off Cold Stare. And I got at least the good news about this too is that he did drop down the red switches, and you can actually get some hearts now. Ooh. Wasn't intentional from Cheamo, which is that a moblin stabbed him in the back.
A little bigger of arena, but
yeah,
not a great start.
No.
Krelbel is in a one-hit KO situation now, really quickly.
Yeah.
Well, one hit from a puff.
Yeah. Any touch of the of these puffs is going to kill him. He does have a red potion in reserve, so he can at least tank another hit from the whole stairs. Cheamo does see the Viddy.
Cheamo's giving it a shot, but as we were saying, the hammer is not an easy way to... Hey, instead we get some Viddy bomb.
Good strats from over on Cheamo's side. I don't know if it'd be enough bombs to take care of them, though.
Well, I'm thinking this could be just let me weaken Viddy a bit, and then I can swap over to the bow. Yep, here we go. Some bow strats now.
Oh yeah, just soften them up. That works. There's one more left for Krelbel. Needs to play very cautiously here. He already has burnt off his red potion. Ooh, Cheamo down for the count.
Ooh.
One more to go. One heart for Cheamo. And not take another icicle hit or a tug from the puff. Down for the count for
Nicely done.
Clutch. And it gets a lamp out of it. And it's the pendant. And appropriate Super Mario World music to wrap it up.
Now that is out of logic for the lamp, but that is a very, very clutch kill there.
Very, very nicely done from Krelbel. Just pulling it out that way.
If anybody was a little late and is wondering why that's out of logic, Krelbel found the fire rod in the Thieves Town big chest, and we don't have the Thieves Town small key. Krelbel stole the small key, and instead of visiting the attic, they went for that big chest, which is telling us that was probably one of their plants today.
He did steal the Thieves Town small, though. As GFE's pointing out.
Yeah, that's what I said, right?
I thought you may have said something different. I wasn't really focused. I was just trying to respond about how cool the shuffler is. And here's a pet check. A pet check it's not too bad here. It's been out of the way though. So we'll see what's on that pedestal for Cheamo. Small key of rogues.
Oh no. Oh wow, that is huge defense by Krelbel.
Oh my god.
I think that's Krelbel's other placement. It's gotta be. Wow.
That's...
You want to see some Plando Galaxy Brain play today? I think we have it.
That's some really good plans from Krelbel.
And unfortunately, 2 dungeons require the fire rod to clear. So, as we know, well, sorry, let me scratch that. Technically, only Skull Woods requires it for the clear. But if we run into a Trinex or need Bombos, actually, sorry, what was Hera a crystal?
It wasn't as a pendant.
Okay. So Bombos is somewhere in the seed.
Yeah, there is a Bombos somewhere. Don't know what though. But that is a very, again, I gotta praise Krelbel again. That's a really good plant.
Yep.
And he's aware of this plant by stealing the Thieves Town small.
Yeah, that's gonna be, that's a huge advantage. And we're only 50 minutes into this race, so you don't want to say like, oh, this is gonna go one way or the other. But man, that is not a fun But we've got crystals at Meyer, Thieves, and TR, and ice is another one of our pendants.
So we know about all of our. We know about everything at this point. We know about the Eastern Palace being the green pendant. We know about Sahara being a pendant, and we know ice is a pendant. So that is everything. And there's the mirror out of the mire shed, along with Quake.
So yeah, as I was saying, I don't want to say that, there's nothing definitive this early in a race, but that is, that's a hole that's just gonna haunt for a long time. So, if you're watching and you're in this tournament, there you go. There's one of those types of moves you could pull on somebody.
Yeah, I really appreciate that play. Like, legit. Very good play from Krelbel. We're gonna get a Bombos check, and it's just a piece of heart.
To your point, GFE, I think I agree there is some risk to it, but at the same time, I think, it's an okay risk to take.
Ooh, hello, flippers. So we're going to ice now. We're definitely going to ice here. Or could also go to Swamp Palace. That also works.
Yeah, that would be a full clear of swamp.
And we know about, and Krelbel knows about every. Krelbel knows pretty much all the locations of pendants. I believe you should know about the fact that Eastern is a green pendant.
Flippers are definitely a popular placement item, and putting them on Quakefish wouldn't be surprising.
Cheamo gonna get the Ice Palace big key. Well, this isn't a fun room.
No, and especially, those crows hit like murderedactyls.
Yeah, they do, because because depending on where you are in either light or dark, if it's a crow, it'll do murderedactyl damage. If it's a murderedactyl in the light world, it'll do crow damage.
Yeah, I think it's just what, the crows and murderedactyls and the rats and crickets?
I think so. I think also the guards also count. Or maybe I might be wrong on that.
Sorry, and snakes.
And snakes too. Yeah, the ropes.
Krelbel is thinking about where to go next. I think, swamp or ice is the play. I wonder if they're kind of waiting on the ice play, hoping for Cane of Samaria, though.
In desert, there's Tower Harris small key. Now, where does Krelbel opt to go next? He's going into the light world.
I think this might be a Smith play. Smith, hammer pegs, and purple chest.
Is it possible to invert it?
Yes. What you'll see Krelbel do is you can get the Smith you mirror from the library, or right next to the library. That'll get you to Jeremiah, and then you walk over to the Smith just like normal in Light World and deliver him. And then if you mirror in the blacksmith area, that'll bring you over to the hammer pegs as well as purple chest.
Ah, okay. And we're getting some information from Fusion More. It says, and I quote, Sprite is based on Sprite group compatibility, damage is based on light and dark world, and behavior is based on the way that they're facing, for the crows and murderedactyls. Okay, yeah, I do see it. Okay, yeah, that's something I haven't really noticed I never thought to do because I'm still learning inverted. I put out an invert. I did an ambrosia seed, and I still am trying to learn uh, inverted.
Inverted's definitely one of those ones that there's a lot of little things to kind of get used to. I saw this earlier with a race I commed during the tournament. It was also a key sanity. Oh, that's a really bad roller placement. I don't think there's a way through without cape.
No, I can't imagine it. You have to be like very like either you gotta time it or no. There's no opening.
Yeah, not long enough at all. Cheamo's gonna try, but I don't think there's not gonna be the space.
No,
That was close.
Yeah, it's close, but he takes a death for it.
So yeah, I've been trying to think about, this whole fire rod advantage. If this was 7-7, I would say that this is really going to be a lot harder to come back from. But 6-6 does make this a bit more interesting. So we don't know the boss placement, obviously. So there's only one dungeon that really will require you to get the fire rod, and that is Skull Woods. But it is very possible that the other 6 crystals are possible as long as that, one of those 6 is not a Trinex. But I don't know what the shuffle is.
Random.
So does that mean we'll definitely see one of each?
I think so. Oh. Cheamo ain't happy about that.
No, I wouldn't be either.
And takes another death for that. It's another one of those cases where you definitely need to get the cape for that.
We got another small key for Turtle Rock though on purple chest. And we're gonna get that Swamp Palace play.
Yeah, I think this is the play to make here. Random boss shuttle means there's no guarantee other than the game limitations.
Okay, so this could still work out for Cheamo that if we don't see that Trinex, we're okay. But if one of those crystal dungeons, not Skullwoods cannot hold a Trinex, but if you see a Trinex in any of the other 6, that is going to really make this a tough road.
Yo, Hydro City or Hydrosity, whatever you want to call it, from Sonic 3. Hydro City or Hydrosity, whatever you want to call it. It's from Sonic 3. To answer Yanni in the chat.
Hey, there's our first Castle Tower Small. That gives us that second chest. We did check Lumberjack, and Lumberjack was just a heart container, so we're not going to worry about that second one, but maybe that first one has some value.
Oh, it even has Act 2. Oh my, that's amazing. I noticed Cheamo made the Sonic pack.
We're getting another shot at Vitreous here.
To answer your question, chat, no, it's not swordless. It is randomized swords.
Yeah, the thing is that the seed was really friendly to start. So we're, I wouldn't say we've gone through a lull of items. It's just, when you start off and have sub 2-minute light world access. Eventually, you're gonna hit this kind of area.
Right, right. So now I'm imagining. So now that Krelbel's in Swamp, I would imagine. Hopefully, we do find a sword. Although that, maybe that the swords were also planted into such a bad spot, or maybe the seed was just actively cruel.
I'm going with cruelty by the seed itself. Just because, I don't know, it's, there's so many items that can be placed, only 6 items. And I'm being reminded, Tabby did roll the seed, and yes, Tabby is a bit cursed.
Yeah.
With rolling some rough ones.
Although, I did catch this off the corner of my eye. Cheamo did take down Vitreous, has drawn first blood for the crystal count. It's about the hour mark. Also, hi, those Windows 10. How are you doing today? Thank you for Skull Woods.
Yeah, and just a piece of heart in the flooded chest. Oh my gosh. Cheamo is actually making a galaxy brain play here.
Oh boy.
They are going to key scum, save scum, the key. That was why they took the death inside of Thieves there.
This is the exact play that Krelbel's making. Or that the exact play Krelbel had made. However, there is still the big possibility that the attic may also hold something, and that plan from Krelbel, the defense plans, might actually come back to bite them.
Well, this is a nice Swamp Palace boss.
I don't recognize this boss track too, but it do have Armos Knights.
This is also a Link's Awakening track, actually.
Oh, it is.
Yes.
Actually, regular Link's Awakening, no less. But Krelbel does take down the Armos Knights. Alright, back into Swamp Palace, also known as Hydro City. Or Hydra City. Both pronunciations are correct.
Yeah, GFE, it looks like Cheamo is actually going to do this as a save scum. But I think based on the enemy placement in the switch room, they're... Oh, yeah. Good call by 2C on that one. They did check that, so they know how far away that Thieves Town Small is.
Cheamo using the powder to get a bit more health, especially considering. Is that Sonic that ring part, that ring drop sound actually part of the music for this game?
I think it is.
If it is, that's a really clever transition. Oh my! Oh, that's so good. Shoutouts to Krelbel, by the way. He's the one who made the shuffler, and the shuffler is really, really good. I've used it a couple of times before, and it is really fun. We're on the left side of Swamp for Krelbel. And Cheamo will get the Fire Rod.
And I don't think they're gonna to scum this key. Because I'm not going back through just to get that attic.
No, I wouldn't either. Map for Tower of Hera. We don't
Cheamo
need
thought about it.
Oh, sorry. We did find a map for Tower of Hera. Don't really need that anymore. We do have a red meal for Krelbel.
Well, I'm going to say for sure I was wrong. And Cheamo, that disadvantage that we thought was going to be there, really heads up play. Reading that pedestal, realizing I don't know if we're in good shape there. That felt like a plant, and Cheamo said, "You know what? No, I'm going to do it."
Yeah, of course there is still the possibility that the top of the attic could possibly be there could be something there that could actually negate Krelbel's play, resulting in a pedestal seed. Also, look at where Cheamo's at right now. The nice palace.
And that's actually out of logic for Cheamo. They did not go to Quakefish to get those flips yet. Yeah, I mean, at this point, we're definitely on even ground in terms of the items.
There's another small key, but this is for Castle Tower, so we will have access to the other chests in Aga Tower.
Yeah, I think they've each found one at this point. Because Krelbel also found one, but it wasn't... I forget where it was.
I forget where it was, too. Cheamo going to head over to the Ice Palace bomb jump. I would not be surprised if we do see the King of Samaria here within Ice Palace. This is a popular pick. Popular plan for this tournament.
But just to the kind of administrative type things real quick, we have passed an hour, so just want to give a little reminder and shout out to everybody today. So give a follow to our runners. We got Krelbel and Cheamo. They are putting on a great show and quite the evil placements so far. And of course, shout out to the rest of the team today. So we've got on the restream, we've got Yanni. Our tracker is Xander's, and our roller was Tabby. The admin on duty, we have JTN, and of course my co-com, Professor Renderer.
Hello. I did see a Turtlebox small key from out of the second chest of Aga Tower. Rebel debating on what he wants to do next. Going into the light world.
But for what? Is the question.
That is the burning question.
Laser bridge?
I can see laser bridge because that is possible.
And also we can actually get around quite a bit of TR even without the Cane of Samaria right now.
Yeah, there is that bomb jump that you can do in the big chest room. And that looks like what Krelbel is opting to do, is going into Turtle Rock.
So big chest and crystal roller and possibly lava island, I guess. Hey!
Oh, hello, sword.
We have a sword. We've got the ability to swing a sword now. That is very, very nice.
Backed by some Kings of Hyrule. And we have another pod small in the icebreaker room.
Yes, the Cadence of Hyrule MSU is another really good one.
Yeah, it's a really good MSU pack. Cadence of Hyrule in general is a really good game with a lot of good music too. There's the Skullwood Small.
And Krelbel is going to go for Lava Island and I guess Chain Chomp?
I would imagine so.
While Cheamo is clearing up what they can of our... actually, we can full clear ice.
Hi, Celeste. And here's another Skull Small in Ice Tea Room. And there's 10 arrows in the lava chest.
And we are going to get that Chain Chomp room. Obviously, you know, not necessarily Chain Chomps, which is a nice feeling.
Yeah. The Chain Chomp room, or the worst room in the entire game, is a lot more nerfed with Venomizer on. And a map for Pod, we don't really need maps anymore. And here's another Pod Small within Ice Palace, this time in the big chest.
Unfortunately, you know, we don't have a great way into Pod.
No, we need a way to get over to Pod in some capacity. And that is either through... we need an invulnerability item. We need a cape or a Burna.
I think there might be a way if we push, you know, our luck with the iframes of the hook shot, but it's going to take some really, really clean movement.
Krelbel does Mirror Bonk, trying to get back into Turtle Rock, it looks like, into Laser Bridge. Alright, we're dropping down into Ice Palace. Our boss is a Vanilla Cold Stare. That's our second Cold Stare thus far. Nothing really to note within this laser bridge. Nice work on the laser skips, by the way, from Krelbel.
Just one check left. Yeah, wow. Nothing much in TR.
No, not at all. Although, Cheamo, it's kind of the same fight that Krelbel had did previously, and that's doing Hammer Pulse there.
Now, I'm kind of surprised that this isn't something Cheamo's considering because they are having to dance around a lot, you know, hugging that top wall and kind of removing the ice chunks as being like a real annoyance.
Oh yeah, that is a thing you can do. And Cheamo takes an ice cold to the face.
Oof. I think, yeah, you leave at this point. You don't worry about it. Although I wonder, you know, Cheamo seemed really set on going after that play. You know, what do they know? But it looks like Cheamo's going to do that pyramid ledge and then hopefully head up to Quakefish. Yeah, Dark Shadows, maybe. At this point, you kind of get plants on the brain. Everything looks like a plant. Every move, you think somebody planted something somewhere. Yeah, for Ultimaniac, what happened is that because Cheamo had the book, they actually reading the pedestal really kind of set them on that path. So luckily, they found that book super early before dipping thieves, and that led to an excellent use of stealing the thieves key. Hey, shovel.
I come back to get a shovel.
Yes, the small Thieves Town key is on pedestal. And as we were told, or as a 2C Plus said, we've seen 2 cold stairs in Pendant Dungeons. So yes, Bombos has to be nearby.
Yeah, having bombs for any of the cold stair fights is going to make life a lot more easier because you can just wail on them with fire rod shots.
But that does, as we're saying, that does mean Bombos was logically required for Fire Rod. All this Fire Rod stuff is out of logic. So Hera boss wasn't in logic. Ice Palace wouldn't be. That lamp is out of logic.
Yeah, and you would be correct in this case. Trouble getting information about the 5-6 crystals.
With that information, I gotta think, the play on their end, go finish Desert.
And of course, we know that neither Desert is in logic as well. Or at least killing Armos, or whatever the boss is on Desert Palace.
I think the positive there is, it can't be a cold stare.
Right. It's not a cold stare.
Yes, it cannot be because we know that one fire source locks the other. And that first fire source is locked by Bombos Medallion. Wait, is that right? Yes.
I believe we've also already saw 2 cold stairs. I believe that was the refight. Trouble going into Desert Palace.
Oh, Ultimaniac, how cruel.
It isn't out of the realm of possibility though, because Krelbel may have made a big brain play, but there's still that extension where that maybe the play wasn't the play that he made that plant may not been try again. It wasn't the right play. It didn't feel that plant was actually that strong because it would actually backfire on him.
And yeah, Dark Shadows, I've been thinking about what I said, and I think I'm wrong. I just had to like process this a lot further. So I think, you know, depending on where that Bombos is, it might have been in logic, and I'm just like not putting together. It really does depend on Bombos at this point.
I'm pretty sure I'm hearing 2019 Link's Awakening here.
Going for some Bomb Diver down here and Swamp, and unfortunately, this is going to be a lot more dangerous.
Oh, no kidding, because we do have the giant Stalfos there, and there's Bombos.
Okay, never mind. I was wrong. This could be a third Cold Stare here in Desert.
It could very well be a third Cold Stare indeed, and we will have our Bombos medallion. And so as long as Krelbel goes over to ice, I can see Krelbel killing Cold Stare.
Fortunately, Cheamo did not get the push from that bomb. We're still a few other items, I believe, from Go Mode at this point.
Do keep in mind, we also are on 6-6.
Yeah, we definitely need Cane of Samaria still. We can kill any boss at this point.
Yeah, we still, because given the fact that our pendant layout kind of limits us into the very most options that we can really do, or at least in terms of our items. We need to find the cane no matter what.
You know, unless of course there's boots somewhere and somebody can hover that massive TR gap. Key wise, so assuming we don't need that eastern big key, then we're safe there. Hey, another Cold Stare.
You got it correctly.
I love being proved wrong.
And here's some Final Fantasy IV, I wanted to say.
Yes, it does look like we have the keys necessary. This really just is a Samaria hunt.
Yeah, this is Final Fantasy. This Cold Stare fight, this boss in Turtle. Desert Palace, jeez.
Okay, we're in that danger zone again. Oh wait, that's right. We have red mail now. So only 2 hearts. Yeah, but we're back down to the one hit.
Yeah, anything could kill up Krelbel at this point. Ooh, half heart. Down.
Whew. That is 2 very, very clutch Cold Stares by Krelbel in this seed.
Excellent work from Krelbel.
And Cheamo is still trying for that diver down. And here we go. We've got the Mire play.
This is a play I really like. Also, Krelbel's rupees are cursed.
I mean, we're getting a diver down or a holy diver while also having 666 rupees on the other side. I think it's perfect.
This is KK's slider. The air checks.
What's Cheamo doing?
I don't.
Why'd they hit the switch?
I don't know.
They got the small key.
This is kind of a. I don't know. This is weird.
I mean, I made this mistake last night in my own race, so I'm very curious what's going on here. And it figures we've got the big beefy mimic as our. Oh wait, it didn't. Oh good.
Yeah, as they're about to see. Oops. Yeah.
Yeah. The pause says it all.
Yeah, that's like the oops pause.
Yeah, I mean, you look at that and you go, okay, well, a little bit of a rough go with the bomb set up for a diver down, and now we, just had a brain fart.
It happens to the best of us too.
And Cheamo is saying goodbye to it.
Yeah, he's just going over to the other diver down.
And not even going for it, saying, you know what? We took long on the first one. I'm just going to do this the old-fashioned way.
Okay. Still in Meyer. We're on Krelbel's side.
But we're still not finding anything. It looks like this cane is kind of the big block right now.
Yeah, this is where this cane is a stalemate breaker.
Yeah, whoever enters go mode first, I think, is going to have a clear advantage the rest of the seed.
Definitely. And we also need to consider, too, we also need to find another sword. The one sword that we have already found was in Turtle Rock. A lot more bombs. Got a 300.
And what does that leave us with? Oh, just the bridge chest. Okay.
Cheamo, meanwhile, is on the Armos Knights.
So is Swamp Palace Armos blue because they sucked up all the water?
I don't know. But if that's the case, then explain why the last Armos Knight turns red.
It heats up and it exuded steam.
So you're saying Hyrule is a steampunk world?
It's the best I got.
Exactly. Anyway, looks like Krelbel's sweeping the floor.
I think we're gonna get that pyramid check.
Oh yeah, we did get those 5-6 crystals.
But at this point, we are tied in our crystal count.
Yeah, both runners are at 2 apiece.
Krelbel has not returned to Thieves to deal with that Vitreous, whereas Cheamo has not yet gone for the Desert Palace play.
So here we go. We are looking at this play for Krelbel.
And Cheamo bought a blue potion.
Yeah, this is something you don't normally see. Buying a blue potion from off of the shop and not actually in the potion shop. Alright, here we go. Pyramid Fairy check for Krelbel. Has 20 rupees and another set of 20 rupees. So Pyramid Fairy is down.
Hopefully we get something out the Pyramid Fairy itself. No.
Of course it's a B. It's like the literally the worst thing you can possibly get for a bottle. It's only useful for like one case.
Krelbel is going to check out, I'm assuming, our Dark Cross item, as well as probably that second Agate Tower item. And I'm hitting a point where I'm getting a little nervous for our runners. One of the things we kind of, were hoping to... We had a safe... a safety soon. But we're nearing the point where we don't have an invincibility item, and we need to get in a pod. Desperately. But Krelbel is going to check out Eastern and I guess mirror to pod. And they're going to get some bad news about that pod play. Oh yes, I am sure it's quite completable and, routable. It's just that Crystal Roller outside of pod is making any attempts to get Kiki back to pod.
Yeah, and this is what kind of is putting this in this whole pod play into it's like a bit of a stagnant thing because you would need something like a cape or Burna to actually get through, or hook shot if you're able to somehow be able to get enough iframes to pass the Crystal Roller. Or the
as a lot of chats pointing out, hookshot. Why not hookshot? The windows for these hookshot shots is the problem right now. Cheamo definitely took a good try at it and just was not finding the rhythm to get that shot in.
That's what Krelbel's going to find out soon. The fact that he needs to make this work. This has to be a miracle shot for Krelbel.
Yeah, they're trying to figure it out right now.
Also, keep in mind, too, there's also that fire snake that's just suddenly gone now. Yep. He's committing he's not going to commit to doing this. Set going into Eastern Palace.
And I think that's, that's a commendable play. Because I don't think we've actually seen Eastern yet.
I do not believe we've seen it either. And there's the big key for Eastern Palace, just right there.
Okay, that's great. That is another dungeon. I think that was the only key we were really missing for Go Mode Key Walks.
Yes, that's the only big key. That's our last big key.
I mean, unless somehow 3 swords are at the top of GT, we don't need that one. And yes, I am sadistic enough to say that is a possibility. But Cheamo is just kind of tracing over some of the stuff we've seen from Krelbel so far.
There's 20 rupees out of it's the compass chest. And there's
Tabby, the one question I have on that one is, can you mirror with Kiki?
No, you can't.
And that answers that one.
Because he'll tell you to just to go by his own rules, and then just tells you goodbye, and you mirror out. Cheamo is debating on what he wants to do. This is another pet check. Did he forget about the Thieves Town small key there?
I don't think it's a forgot. It's more of just I can complete crystal dungeons. Crystal dungeons are, victory at this point.
That may be the case too, and looks like his reasoning is that he wants to keep the purple chest next to him, but also go and clear Skull Woods. Alright, we're going to see the back of Eastern Palace from Krelbel.
We're getting 2 new sets of checks here, which will be nice.
Oh, hello, silver arrows. Out of the bridge chest. What the heck is this seed? This is a Tabby Cat seed. What else are you expecting?
Cheamo still does not have a sword. Cheamo has not gone into TR, which is where we found our first sword.
Out of the big chest, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, unfortunately, yes, Cheamo did forget about that one, and I've done that myself. I've been in, a blind fight.
And when we have some Undertale, because of course Undertale's a thing, but not Spirit Justice. Because Spirit Justice is a lot more quicker in its music.
But down goes blind.
Nice work, and there's another beat in the bottle for Krelbel, along with the green pendant. Cheamo Mirabonks.
Okay, so Pedestal is in Logic now, by the way, from that Bombos we found. So the question is, we gonna see what that attic held? But we are going to see the green pendant.
Green pendant is going to be the big key. We go for GT. Oh boy, that's not your last one. Our true last one, but we're not going to GT, are we?
No.
So that
And
big key is
Krelbel's
relevant.
out of there.
Yeah, he's gone.
I guess we're going to get the Ice Palace play. I think, you know, that crystal roller, it is the great block at this point.
Now picture this. Picture this.
I'm picturing.
So, my theory is this. He's going to go to Ice Palace and going to go out and kill going to kill a Cold Stare, right?
Yep, I'll agree.
If nothing shows up on Cold Stare, my hunch is that it's the pedestal and Krelbel's what we thought was Krelbel's big brain play actually backfires, and it causes Krelbel to go back into Thieves Town and check the attic. That's what leads them to Ice Cap Zone from Sonic 3. Yes. Anyway, but yeah, that's pretty much my thing. Kills Ice.
For Epicurean, Saha had our GT big key. I think if you're in Krelbel's shoes here, what you're doing, I think the play is, you know, you got 8 items to check here in ice. Good play at this point. And then you do Skull and Pedestal, and then you go into Thieves Town if you still don't have anything.
It's the gambit that you had to make at this point. I would imagine now, in this current situation, if Krelbel does not find the Cane of Samaria on Cold Stare, which is very much possible, it's very much likely that we're gonna see Krelbel pull the pedestal, get the Thieves Town small key that he did plant, and that would lead us to believe that the Thieves Town attic has our go mode.
I don't disagree with that. I just worry that this is still going to come down to Pod.
That too. Pod is also a very likely situation.
I mean, if we do not see something on the Moth fight, on the attic, on the Cold Stare here, I think that really leaves us just that.
Yeah, and this is what will decide the match here. Actually, while I'm thinking about this here, while Krelbel's going through Ice Palace, excuse me. Here's a bit of fun fact for those who aren't familiar. I was actually talking about this in the chat. We all know that Michael Jackson there's very much evidence that Michael Jackson composed the music for Sonic 3, right? So what's funny was that Ice Cap Zone is actually a rendition of Red Buxer's, who was Michael Jackson's producer at the time. He had a band known as the Jetsons, and he had an unreleased song called Hard Times, and this track uses elements of Hard Times. And it's a really fascinating story. If you ever want to watch, learn about Michael Jackson and Sonic 3, this is a really fascinating story.
I must say it's quite funny, you know, Tabby's pointing out there were no conflicts at all in all of this, and this is what you get.
Yeah, this is
You know,
this is
this is Plando.
this rolled perfectly. There was nothing. No logic bombs. No multi placements. No whatever.
Yeah, and also the other thing, Yanni, is that Krelbel does have Bombos, so you know, even though we do know there's a vanilla cold stare here, Krelbel is going to be perfectly fine for this fight. And I think they've got a little bit of practice against cold stare today. Nicely executed bomb jump there.
Yeah, that was well placed. Again, the skull was small for Krelbel.
We didn't really talk about this room much when Krelbel got to here, but this is definitely one of your scarier rooms for Enemizer. Or can be.
Yeah, it can be. But Cheamo's gonna fight blind within Eastern Palace.
And we're gonna get a hammer blind because we don't have any other way to hurt blind on Cheamo's side.
And we don't have a way to cheese the fight as well. We don't have a Burna or a Cape, which is the biggest crux of the seed. Especially when you consider we have to go into Thieves Town. But gets the job done, only 1.5 hearts. Going to the vanilla cold stare fight, as we mentioned before when Cheamo went in. It sounds like Earthbound.
One of the puffs is down, and luckily, you know, this might be the smoothest of the cold stares that we could be seeing today.
Very well done from Krelbel. Okay, what do
I
we
hope
have?
everybody enjoys. Hey,
Yep.
wow!
I figured it was going to. I figured so. Hand of Samaria is on our cold stare. This as that plant I kept mentioning before. It's a pretty popular plant. We are in sword mode.
So I wonder then, you know, we found it odd that Cheamo made the play for ice so quickly. Is this, you know, is that one of their plants? And if so, why pod?
I don't know. Rainbow's attempting to get in the pod again. He's pause buffering. And yeah, the pedestal has the Thieves Town small key. So we're probably gonna head over to Thieves. We're gonna head over to Turtle Rock now. By this point,
Is this a go mode play? Are we just playing for GT sword?
we could see this could be a possibility. Yes, but just remember. Well, actually, We can, in fact, go into Thieves. We can do Thieves Town. Now. Is he? He got through. Cheamo got through.
Wow.
He did it.
Some rage hook.
And he doesn't have any.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh wow! Oh.
He is. Oh, I feel so bad for Cheamo.
Oh no!
Only 20 rupees short. He managed to get through. And he's only 20 rupees short. Oh, this hurts. We're still not getting the pod. He's going over to the Aero game.
Yeah, only 4 rupees actually. You're right. But we got a Landmo in TR.
And here's some Link's Awakening 2019.
Very, very clean Landmo fight.
Yeah, that was very clean.
Yeah, that's a great combination of MSUs. Cadence, Link's Awakening to Super Mario.
Just Super Mario. There's nothing. There's no context. It's just Super Mario World is just there. Okay, he's got 304 rupees. He's going to attempt to do this again. ₹20 out of first chest Turtle Rock.
Yeah, this was a good play by Krelbel here, actually. You know, clear the Trinex or the TR boss, puts you right back to the front of TR, walk back in, and see what you can find.
Okay, Cheamo is attempting to do this again. Doing the same pause button method. He's trying to get himself lined up so that way he can actually be able to get through with a hook shot to have enough iframes to pass the roller. And nothing really in the front of Turtle Rock.
We got to a second row of hearts. It
Yeah.
only took about 2 hours, but we are up to 2 rows of hearts.
Okay, Cheamo made it through again.
Wow.
Now he's
Amazingly
in
done.
Now he's in pod. Officially in pod. It took him forever to get into pod, and we'll see what his reward is for going into pod. However, remember, Cheamo died in ice, and it was on to Cold Stand. And the cane is where it's at. And there's the cape! Are you freaking kidding me?
Oh, that's just rude.
Are you kidding me? So you're forced to get the... So you're forced to do that just to get the cape. I don't know why this is on 0.
There's a lot of words that we could use on 0 that we cannot.
Yes. And this
yes,
is
it
just...
was because of the 3 o'clock 0 race.
Yeah, this is... Oh, this is bad. This is a fire. A dumpster fire. Yeah, that was the word I was looking for. Jeez.
Oh.
Ooh.
Krelbel is actually really going all out trying to find a sword right now.
Yeah, we're going to...
I was very curious what their routing was, but no, this makes sense now. They actually do want to exhaust the mountain checks.
Yeah, just to find a sword. I like this hair basement check.
I'm a little less in favor of it, to be honest. You know, I can see the 3 checks in TR, but after that, to have to go all the way to the left through the portal and then do a huge loop around DM just for a sword, I'm less sold on this move. I would play for GT at this point.
And the
Oh no.
And the thing is a Triforce piece, because
I love randomized floor tiles.
Same.
Although I think my favorite is the Zelda 1 dungeon floor tiles.
Ooh. And it's a key for GT. And
Mirror bonk, ouch.
on the same frame too. On the frame before the mirror bonk.
And yes, that 4-heart viddy was a great moment. It was painful, but it was great. On the plus side, Krelbel will check that Skull Woods chest, so they will get their silver arrows.
Which is good. Having Master Swords with silvers is... Oh. Is he gonna just do this for the... Go to the ped first? Like, let's go over to where they...
They're gonna do both.
Yeah, yeah.
Krelbel's definitely gonna do both. You know, pull pad, mirror into Skull. So...
I think that's fine, because that way we can also get over to Thieves Town, and he can actually clear out Thieves Town proper. Unless he's actually pulling the mirror for... Okay, he's gonna go for Skull Woods first. After this, he needs to be pulling pad here.
I think if Krelbel pulls a sword off the Moth, then we're not going to see the ped. But I do worry that if Krelbel does find the sword on... Okay, well, never mind. They're checking this first. So they'll get their silvers. And then, then they'll clear Moth.
Which I'm fine with.
Yep, great play. But yeah, I think if they get the sword here, then they're just going to say, no, I'm not going back into Thieves. Or I'm not getting that small. I'm going to go into Thieves. I'm going to beat Viddy. But I'm not going to worry about, any more checks.
Oh yeah, because with random swords, it's possible that we might see a helicopter.
Just coming off mute to tell our comms, both invisibility items are in pod.
Are you...
I missed the Burna!
I missed the Burna too! Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What is this seed? And we also got another sword. And we got another sword. It was out of the it was out of the basement. Or the dark maze. We're in no mode. The question is, does Krelbel really want to go into trying his luck on into pod?
I mean, if you're hoping for some late race drama here, I think you almost want to see the, okay, I don't think we can at this point. But, I was about to say, you want to almost hope that there's 3 swords in pod.
Exactly. This is ugly.
Krelbel's sword was TR, big chest.
TR big chest, yes. We're going to get a pencil pull from Krelbel. No idea what that was from. But I do know this is from 2019. He's doing a victory lap. Because
I don't know if that's a victory lap or a I am so pissed I had to still pull one of my plants.
Probably, yeah. It's Dragon Quest or Fortune Street, whatever. It's from Dragon Quest.
Because I think we're pretty sure that Krelbel planted the fire rod in the Thieves Town Small, and I think it was a great idea. It just hasn't really panned out the way we had hoped.
Oh yeah, it does sound like something like from Oracle of Ages. Here's another small key for GT for on Krelbel's side. So this has gone spicy. We found out that there are there's two invulnerability items in pod, and you're forced to go this way. You're forced to get through a terrible, and I mean terrible, series of events where Cheamo, how he did it was that he had to pause buffer to get on the right position to do a hook shot, get some iframes, and that was where it was this entire time.
So I mean, but if the best case for Krelbel here is, a sword in GT.
That's what he's hoping for. Now, I would imagine Krelbel will go back into the... Oh, hello, Trinex.
Hey!
I can imagine Krelbel is going to head back into Thieves Town, hope to find a sword. If he pulls a sword, it's the play. It's the play that will put him in go mode. And he's leaving Thieves Town? Or...
I think this is a swap to kind of what I was saying earlier, is that, let's make the density play. Play for GT at this point.
If this is what he's going to be going for, this could possibly put him in a good position. But however, Cheamo has found a sword in Dark Maze that Krelbel had never went for. And Krelbel has a sword in TR that Cheamo had never went for in the first place.
Oh, I'm kind of harkening back to the beginning of this race. We had said, hey, is Cheamo comfortable or know a lot of this inverted logic? When we saw Cheamo skip the K45, and I'm wondering if we're kind of hitting the same point where, hey, Kane of Samari is not in TR. That's good. But will Cheamo recognize there are a lot of options for dropping into TR right now?
I don't know. It's something to consider, really. Okay, so we're going to now see Krelbel heading into the back of Swamp. We will get information about what it is required for what boss it is. We can kill every boss in the game. We're just looking for a sword for Krelbel. If it's in GT, then he's set. He can just veer out, jump into Ganon, and we'll be covered.
So I guess the question is, if this is a GT sword, which I think there's a good chance there is one in there, what's your route?
You clear Mire, go into GT, find a sword, mirror, get out.
No, I agree with you there. I'm saying, which way you going in GT?
I don't care where I'm going. I probably would. I think it's best if I did.
Is this a hope then full left? Play for the density on the left side? Or do you, is Dark Magician type routing, right side compass chest? Is that a better idea?
I think it's a good idea. He misses his fire rod shots, but he has a blue potion in hand. He's going to recover magic. Alright, both elemental heads are down. Time for the middle one. Some pretty rocky music for this track too.
Yeah, I mean, if you like bad bosses, we've seen 3 Cold Stares, 2 Vitreous, 2 Trinax, and 1 Blind. Oh, and an Armos and a Landmo, but, if you like those late Dark World bosses, we are getting them tonight.
We are definitely getting them. There's 3 bombs on Trinax, and we have our 6 crystals in hand. Double checking? Yeah, 6 crystals. We have 6 crystals. It's off the GT. If you guys want to put a guess in from, I think, 1 to 27, if you want to find a sword, go ahead and do so. It's not official or anything, but
yeah,
might as well. We're on our way over the GT anyway.
I think that's all we have left.
That is, yeah. Also, don't know what that sound is. It's not
Neither
even.
do I. I don't think it's on my end.
It's not on my end either.
A 26. That's just, Moldorm 2 chest, or pre-Moldorm 2 chest.
Oh boy.
If you fully cleared everything.
Yeah, I don't want to see it in Moldorm 2 either. Alright. On the way over the GT right now. Guesses are closing very soon. And here we go. This GT, I have no clue what that is. Oh, that's rude. Number 1 is 20 rupees. There's the Titan's Mitts. Are you...
And those don't even give us anything in this seed.
No, it doesn't.
The only thing it can give us is technically King's Tomb, but we don't even have boots.
Yeah, we don't even have boots, too. 50 rupees over on Torch.
And we'll do, JT, and we will definitely put that reminder out there.
For sure. Alright. We are in Stoutfrost route. Number 4. It's a red shield. Number 5 is 20 rupees. Number 6 is 20 rupees. Number 7, 50 rupees. Doing full laps. I have no clue what this is from.
Yeah, I'm not sure myself either.
Number 8. 300 rupees.
All the money.
Oh, what the heck is this room?
That's lovely. 4 thieves and two red guards.
2 moblins, yeah.
Oh, we got a skull on the portal.
Are you serious? This is awful. Ugh. Alright. We're at number 9 now. ₹20.
And Cheamo is heading into TR. So they're doing laser bridge.
I finally realized it now. Don't know. We are at our rando room. Number 10. 3 bombs. Number 11. A heart container. Number 12 is a small key to mystery miner. Number 13 is another heart container.
Krelbel did see and did make an attempt at that pod play.
Yeah, and he opted to just say, no, I'm not going in.
I think a story of this race in some regards is the quick decisions by Krelbel to kind of not stick with those, rough plays. Pretty much every opportunity where they were kind of unsure or didn't like the option, they just said, bye, I'll do it later. Whereas Cheamo's definitely kind of stuck with some of these rough plays for a lot longer.
You can see number 14, that was a blue boomerang. Number 15 is 3 bombs.
Link to the Past Ken, Krelbel did not go do pod. Yeah, this is a 6-6 fast Ganon. Krelbel is in sword mode right now.
Yeah, and we're just still looking for that sword, if possible. It is not fun.
Yeah, to anybody who's kind of missed the story of this seed, we are in a fast Ganon inverted, random swords, key sanity, 6-6, all inventory, but random bosses, random enemies. We had less than 2-minute light world access to start. Very kind seed, very quick hammer, glove, and moon pearl, which then has kind of devolved a little bit. We think we know Krelbel's 2 plants. There was a fire rod in the Thieves Town big chest with the Thieves Town small key on the pedestal. But at this point, we are a sword away for Krelbel, whereas Cheamo needs to get back into Ice Palace for Arcane of Samaria.
This is the biggest thing that will push either one of these runners into the lead. I believe we're going to look at... We're not seeing Tower Room. We're climbing GT.
Yeah, we know where 2 swords are. The big issue here is Krelbel doesn't want to go for GT or for pod, and I don't blame Krelbel for that at all.
No, neither would I. And because this room, we have no way of we have the 2 invulnerability items that we have. Oh, hey, we have some cannon guards. aka the unused guard from the original game that's been put into this game.
And I am curious because we did not see a. Uh-oh. Cheamo is short on magic right now.
Oh, it's happened again. Needs to find a magic drop.
But yeah, why did we not see Armos 2? Why did we not see Armos on ice?
Because of the boss shuffle?
No, if you look, Krelbel's 4 items. Wait. Yeah, 4 items didn't get checked in the basement. They didn't do Armos, Ice Armos, or Tile Room. They're only at 18.
Oh. That could be a problem.
I mean, I can understand skipping Tile Room, but Ice Armos is, it's not necessarily Armos, but I'm surprised.
It was a cold on ice Armos, it looks like.
Okay. Sorry, I did miss that.
It looks like Cheamo missed a shot, and he's out. Oh. This hurts.
Well, luckily for Cheamo, I think, here comes the drop. This is the big play, and we'll send Cheamo right back in. They're about to pull that second sword, and I think we're going to see a half magic pull off of the Ether Tablet.
Here it is. There's the Master Sword for Cheamo.
And Cheamo is not in go mode, actually, unfortunately. Cheamo needs to go to Ice Palace.
Yes, this is what's going to put Cheamo into go mode. Because we know about the cane is on Cold Stare. It's a popular pick, and looks like we have a Trinex. Do we have a blue potion? Yes, we do. Or no. Yeah, it is Trinex. It's Trinex.
Yeah, I love seeing those feet. Uh-oh.
Will he have enough magic, though?
Yeah, that's not a great start. Oh.
He's missed enough shots, I can imagine he's probably not going to be able to...
He's out of here.
Yeah, he's aware of this. He's out. What's he going to go to next?
Is this a return to left side? Or is this a return to Ice Armos?
If this is a return to Ice Armos, this might be... Ooh, where is he?
Tile Room?
Tile Room. It looks like a Tile Room. Has to hit the necessary heart of damage there, because there's that fire bar that's just brutally there.
Do 6/6 scanning, they said. It's only key sanity, And inverted, that's not going to be too bad, right?
But Happy Cat finds a way. He's got to navigate these while avoiding the Wallmaster and the tiles and all of that. And with no way to get into Portal Rock, or the Potter anyway, he's forced to do this. It's a key for Cheamo Castle. Oh, that's the sewer key.
Kick in the teeth.
The sewer key. Cheamo is electing to get the half magic.
I think it's a good play. I mean, at that point, I would definitely... you've got at least 2 Cold Stare in the seed. And you don't have Bombos. So let's make these any more Cold Stares a lot more trivial.
I think this is the best play that Cheamo can make here. This could potentially bring him back into it. But the question is, does Cheamo have enough time? If Krelbel finds a sword in GT, this is it. It's game over. He's going this way heading full right. Looks like.
Ooh, this bridge without the cape. Oh, sorry, atomizer.
Cheamo gonna free fight Colts there again. All right, here we go. We have the Colts there fight for what seems to be the millionth time, but makes quick work of them. Very much quick work of them. So needs one more to go. Down. In the lamp. And he's like, well, shoot. Wait, does he? He shouldn't have enough magic.
I think there's enough for a Bombos.
It should. I think so. Yes, actually, he does have a Bombos. That's correct.
It's just gonna be. Oh my gosh, this is not gonna be a cool fight.
This is going to be a rough one. And he does not. He burned all his 2 blue potions. He burned a blue potion trying to do Trinex, but missed too many shots, and he had to dip out. This is going to be even worse because this is a Cold Stare fight on ice. Nice little combo from Krelbel, getting a 3-hit there. I guess the good news about this fight is because we do have a red mail. That's the one thing the one redeeming factor of this. Checking the potion shop for Cheamo in hopes to find that cane of Samaria.
I mean, I think we're kind of just down to one-offs.
We are down to one-offs. Just 20 rupees for the potion shop. We are getting a potion though. Okay. Almost there, looks like. 8's down. We're going to see what's on our Ice Armos. If this is a sword, we are covered. If it's not, the Krelbel has to dip. It's a blue potion. He can refight.
No swords.
No
Ouch.
swords. We could potentially refight, but he's opting to leave.
I think that's a good play. You know, let's go get at least another potion. Or
He's indecisive. What does he really do at this point? Does he commit to doing this? Does he commit to doing the play for Pod, or does he try to bite the bullet, or what? He's at a crossroads right now.
Kane is on Ice Palace boss, or it's on a Cold Stare in Ice Palace.
It's on a Cold Stare in Ice Palace.
When Cheamo got to Desert the first time, they didn't have Fire Rod.
Wait, I'm hearing I'm hearing the shop music again. I think I'm hearing Banjo-Kazooie, actually.
Yeah, that's Mumbo's hut.
Yeah. Because Fortune Teller and Potion Shop are the same thing. Or Shop and Fortune Teller are the same thing. Krelbel's heading back.
Oh man. And
Going to the attic.
And we're getting Spike Cave as well.
Oh boy. This has to pull up something for Cheamo. For Cheamo, he just needs to go get the can of Samaria from out of Cold Stare in Ice Palace. It's 20 rupees.
Wow. Where are our last 2 swords?
It's possible that the last 2 swords are going to be in GT, and we've had to burn at least 2 more potions. And if Krelbel wants to try and take a shot at it, he could go into pod. It has to get through that one the roller. Has to get the window that particular window that lets him through.
But here we go. We've got the attic.
This is the attic. This is the one thing that Krelbel has left out. It's bombs.
Oh no.
We're forced into either pod or we're forced into GT, and we have to climb Trinex, and we have to, I guess, burn 2 potions. But Cheamo is heading back into Ice Palace right now. This could be the turning point.
It looks like Krelbel is going to go do Spike Cave. Unfortunately, we did find out that Spike Cave was nothing in this seed. You know, at this point, Cheamo's in great shape. You know, it's a rough start, but they've got a shot right now.
This is make or break at this point. You've got him. If Cheamo, as soon as Cheamo is looking in very much good shape, yes. Reason being, he has half magic. He will be able to get through the Cold Stare fight a lot more better compared to what Krelbel used as a result of him getting the Master Sword very late into the seed. He's got 4 blue potions. He could possibly try and climb GT again in hopes to find another sword. But pretty much now the question that was asked to Cheamo comes to Krelbel. Does Krelbel have enough time?
Another potion restock. Krelbel wants to be full, you know.
I think that's fine. This is really equivalent. Yeah, I mean, it kind of feels like it. And before Shack Pearl.
So, out of the big items of this seed, you know, the stuff that we really haven't seen, 2 swords and the boots.
Could it be that the boots are in GT?
And then 2 swords are locked behind the boots at Bonk Rocks and King's Tomb?
Possibly.
Oof.
But
You
it
know,
looks like Cheamo has made it over to Cold Stare in Ice Palace. This could be the breaking point if he is able to survive this. But she should, because he has half magic. He misses a shot though. He's forced to go and do hammer, or he's doing spins. That's 1 down. 2 down.
2.
3 down. There's the King of Samaria.
Do you know what Cheamo's in now?
He's now in go mode.
Oh my gosh, we got go mode.
He's at just under 2 hours and 30 seconds. We're now actually in go mode. Can you believe it? Now Cheamo needs to get going now before Krelbel gets gets back up to GT. He has to clear at least one dungeon. And that one dungeon is Maya.
Yep, we're not playing for desert. I'm kind of surprised, but it is slow to get into desert for the clear there. Oh, crud!
Oh no! He doesn't have bombos!
Okay, come on, Cheamo. Just gotta desert instead.
Where was bombos again?
Oh wait, no, they need to clear two. So desert and TR are the clears.
You are correct in this case. Desert Palace bitch has had the bombos.
Oh no, that's a rough turn of events there.
This could... The ball is back in Krelbel's favor. He's got time.
Yeah, I think either way, Krelbel has the time to get through this GT climb. I think, no matter what, these are the only checks we have left.
He does have a book. He can't possibly go to Turtle Rock and clear deserts. That's one possibility.
I think, you look at it and you go, it takes a long time to work my way around to Desert Palace, but at the same time, this is not a fun route into TR.
No, it isn't.
Luckily, we don't have to clear the rest of TR. This is just a mirror on the laser bridge.
So lucky full magic for the Trinex fight.
Ultimaniac, I think there's definitely something to that, but Cheamo did get into desert earlier, I believe. Luckily, this TR boss was just a Landmolus, so not the worst.
It is not the worst, no. This is manageable.
Oh, yes, Fusions, you are correct. I apologize.
I apologize as well, because I keep saying Ultimate and not Eulamaniac. Alright, here we go. Trinex fights for Krelbel. The second one we've seen thus far. Or, I guess third one. Whatever. This is a shot, 2 shots. Burning the blue potion. He's going to... Cheamo's going to 4. His intention, going into Desert Palace. We might actually see an end to the scene.
It just wasn't that merciful.
It wasn't.
I can't call this with how close it is at this point.
It is very close. Female might actually have the advantage here.
And one of the things we kind of talk about at the start was Enemizer, and some of these upper GT rooms are painful, kind of like we saw in in a Hookshot Cave. That spike in Hookshot Cave. Are we going to see something similar in GT? GT has a lot of thin platforms, and a spike will ruin you.
It will, and there's no way you could possibly get out of there. It's depending on the layout, depending on the position of that, of the big spike. But Krelbel makes it past, Trinex, but Cheamo is getting very close now. He's just going over to Desert Palace right now.
And yes, Epicurean, that's kind of like we never saw that last hookshot cave chest.
This Link's Awakening music is actually so fitting for the situation right now. Cheamo is very, very close to putting the nail in the coffin for this seed. This room is actually this room very manageable. It's just skulls and then
Oh,
I
wow.
say that and I jinx it. Oh boy. I think this room isn't too bad, actually.
No, this is actually a moderately decent or torture room.
Okay, we're through. Climbing up, we jingle glitch? No, we do not. Good. Hi, Isaac. How you doing? Just standing there, floating in the air, doing nothing. Okay, here we go. Oh! We have a sword in GT! It's two swords! Oh, come on! Oh, it's getting so close now! Oh my! Oh, it's all in the favor of Krelbel now. Oh boy! The shift in battle. Krelbel is going to is now fully in the lead and with a very cozy amount of health and equipment at the ready.
They still have a blue potion, right?
They have a blue potion, yes.
Okay, because I was just worried a little bit about the magic situation.
They do have a blue potion. I know that. He came in with 4 blue potions. Okay, we're now... Cheamo has taken down Desert Palace. He's going into He's going to be fighting Ganon now, but it's pretty much now. We're just dealing with Ganon, and we're dealing with we're actually hearing some Pokemon trading card game Game Boy Color here. Yeah, because that game exists.
Hey, that was a great game.
It's a pretty cool way to get people into the trading card game. Not gonna lie.
And actually, I think that game was original Game Boy even. It had color enhancement. It just wasn't color required.
Oh, I think that's true, yeah. GT Phase 4 to Ganon is underway now. Oh boy. Alright, here we go. Two skewers into Ganon. 3 skewers into Ganon. And here we go. GG's in the chat. Krelbel gets the 4th one in and makes it out in spectacular fashion. GG just gonna cross a 1x3 bridge, and he will be done with this seed. Putting the nail in the coffin when Cheamo was looking to get it out, and will be finishing first. Finishing first with an official race time.gg time of 2 hours, 38 minutes, and 56 seconds. What a tide turner. I'm speechless.
Yep, that's quite the seed. Amazing finish.
Krelbel
has joined us in the comm booth, and before anything, I'm sure there's a ton of frustration. Just want to remind everybody, we are on main.
We are on main, yes. So just keep things at a safer work level, please.
I don't know what you're talking about. That's the most fun seed I've ever played. That was awesome. That was awesome. Like there were a bunch of moments where I was thinking Man, I wish I was on comms for this instead of actually playing it.
Wait, hold on. We should probably wait for Cheamo to finish up, by the way.
Oh yeah, I won't spoil any placements, but I'm curious where how it's been going for Cheamo.
I think we'll kind of give the rundown of the hangups after, just because your hangups were actually
Oh, no!
oh, no.
Cheamo falls!
And
That's a forfeit. He's
I think
done.
so.
He's
Yep.
done. He's done.
Oh yeah, I see it in the race time now. Oh
Yeah,
man,
he's forfeited.
what a seed! Whew.
Yes.
What a seed.
And
And you know what?
only
Okay.
some of it was my fault. Well, a lot of it was my fault.
I will actually surprise you that it wasn't.
Oh, okay.
We think we know what your placement was.
I feel like it's pretty obvious.
Yes, your play made it very clear.
Yeah.
So, Thieves Town Small and Fire Rod.
That is correct.
Yeah.
So I did not think that that 2 hours later I would end up checking that chest anyway. That was not how I expected the seed to go down.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. Oh boy.
we
Alright,
thought that was going to be a huge advantage throughout,
Me too.
but Cheamo got the book and actually checked Ped. And as soon as they checked Ped, when they went into Thieves Town the first time, they set up for a save scum.
Okay. Well, that was smart
So-
move on Cheamo's part. So yeah, so it sounds like that didn't make that much difference. And I imagine the differences all came in the those lovely sword placements and that delightful enemizer entrance to pod.
Yes. That was definitely a huge piece of this. I'm gonna just
Alrighty.
okay.
Cheamo.
GG, Cheamo.
GG's.
GG.
Oh.
Oh man. Thanks for toughing through that one with me. That was quite the trial.
Yeah.
It was a trial. And a trial that has gone for quite a while, in fact. Okay. Krelbel.
Mm-hmm.
The invincibility items were in pod.
I assumed as much, considering well, the only other locations I didn't check were the pre-mold arm chest and the post-mold arm chest, and I completely cleared the seed aside from the one chest in Hookshot Cave that had the yellow spike on it. That I thought maybe I could damage boost past that, but I wasn't certain about that.
You both tried for it. Both of you made admirable attempts at that chest, and it just did not happen. But we do know that one of those three chests would have been the boots.
God.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
Nobody found boots.
I do like how at this point Group C has had 3 matches, and in all 3 of those matches, the Kane has been on the Ice Palace boss. 2 of those were my fault. It wasn't my fault this time.
Okay, thank you.
That
That screwed me up last time.
I tried to change things up, keep things interesting.
Okay. And then the remaining 2 swords were in the Helma room in GT.
Oh
GT.
man.
And it turns out that the booth pick was boots in post Moldorm chests. So
Okay.
In
Yeah,
Moldorm
that's-
2, oh.
So yeah, we weren't seeing boots.
That's exactly where they were on my first race against Uli. So that's I like that pick. That's I'm I'm not the best at boots movement, especially when I get them late. I tend to kind of forget that I have them. Um, so yeah, I wasn't sad to not see boots, although it did mean that there was a lot of hiking in this seed.
So Chimo, do you want to reveal your picks?
I'm responsible for the 2 swords in Mini Homosaurium.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks, Cheamo. You helped Krelbel.
Oh,
No,
man.
I would say though, like helped at the end, but really created quite the race at the end.
Yeah, it sounded like like we were both at Ganon at the same time. Is that correct?
A little bit difference. I'll say kind of Krelbel, how long had you been searching for that sword?
Oh man. Let's look at my tracker. So I was in sword mode. Um, I was in sword mode. I think ever since I got the cane in Ice Palace.
And so I would say at least 30 minutes or so.
Probably closer to an hour.
Yeah. And in that time, I think for Chimo, it was the Cane of Samaria was go mode. So that kind of was the difference there. But
Well,
that's those 2 swords really did kind of keep the game close.
well, wait, Chimo, the cane was your go mode, so was the 4th sword accessible? I mean, was the 4th sword not in Pod or Hookshot Cave?
Both swords were in Mini Homosaurium.
Well, no, but
that
I mean,
4th
Butter
sword was Pod.
Okay. So Kane couldn't have been go mode then.
No,
It's sword
Chimo
mode. Sword
did.
mode, right?
No, Chimo did Pod before Ice Pals.
Wait, how'd you get into Pod?
Just
Pause
the
buffer.
dumbest, stupid
Oh.
thing ever. And
Oh
I'm never
my
playing
God.
Randomizer again, to tell you the truth. But
No.
He pause buffer.
That was a
Wow.
great pause
how did
buffer.
we roll a seed with 2 spikes in horrible locations?
Wow. I mean,
Like, so dumb.
I've only ever even heard of one other Enemizer race where it came down to pause buffering. I think it was in the name of DT in, like, I don't know, maybe League last year or something. But I'd heard of that. I hadn't watched it. But
I wish I
because
had thought to try it sooner, because it really wasn't that hard, and there was a lot of good stuff in Pod. Well, a sword anyways would have been super nice early. I don't know. Death on Cold Stare was probably the thing that did me in this seed, and a little bit of wasting time here and there.
death on which of the 5 cold stairs?
The real Cold Stare.
Yeah,
okay.
I will say, as as a commentator watching this, it's there was a lot going on in this seed. I think I'm both of you definitely had like moments where I'm sure you were not happy. Just like because this seed really did have a lot of bad bosses.
Wait, was that Thievestown key on Ped not placed by anybody?
Oh, that was
That
Krelbel.
was me. Yeah.
That was
Okay,
Krelbel.
okay.
Yeah, I was aiming for the early save scum to get the fire rod, and to by making those placements, I went into the seed already knowing 3 to 4 crystal locations, because Skull and Turtle Rock and Thieves and Ice, if Bombos was fire rod locked, all were forced to be crystals by that placement. Of course,
Is
Bombos
that actually
wasn't fire rod locked, so Ice was appended, but the other 3 have to be crystals at
Skull,
that point.
yes, but TR, no. Given
Um,
the inverted nature and the key's sanity, I think the keys were worked out in a way you could get into TR.
no, not for entry, but the logical requirement for the boss. Because I believe the like even if Trinix isn't there, I think the like the boss item still has a logical because like Enemizer is applied after the fact.
Okay.
Um,
This is one of those things that always is slightly confusing.
Yeah, so that was my idea behind those placements, and
Yeah,
I expected to
that
get
was,
more of an advantage from them than I did.
that was nasty, but I had not much intention of diving the back of thieves without everything to clear. And then I got book and checked ped, and I just figured it had to be a play.
Yeah, no,
So I stole the key
we were
too and went, and I planned to save scum it in case there was nothing there. I
Yeah,
was
that was
actually,
a
when I went to go kill Cold Stare, I was on my way to go check the other chest and thieves if that wasn't anything.
that was a good move. That was
Yeah.
you evaded my deception.
Yeah, the other
Uh,
thing that tripped me up is I guess I picked up the desert big key at some point, but I didn't mark it on my tracker or something, and I didn't know that I had it. So
oh,
even when I was go mode,
oh.
I went over to Meyer for some reason because I forgot I needed Bombos and still didn't have it. But if I'd have just went straight to desert, it would have been a lot closer. So that's a shame.
And the Bombos medallion was in desert.
yep.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I knew Bombos was available somewhere, but I didn't have much left, and it was like,
I'll be honest, I am shocked that the 2-minute light world access was not a plant.
there was a million
Yeah.
things that seed that felt like a plant. And that was like definitely there had to be something with that light world access.
Well, I suspect it was. I suspect it was a consequence of some of the other plants. Okay, so let's see. We have. I think I know 5 out of the 6 now. Boots was the, I think, audience pick. What was the booth pick again?
Yeah, boots were on Moldorm 2 or pre Moldorm 2.
Post Moldorm, yeah. And what was audience? Or what was the other non-runner pick?
That would have been the boots in Mulder 2.
No, the
I'm-
other one.
Yeah, the one that isn't Boots.
The other one?
Yeah, because there's one booth pick, one audience pick.
Oh,
I'm
put
curious
shovel
what-
on
The
Zora.
shovel. The shovel.
Oh, yep. Definitely got bamboozled by that.
Yeah, me too. Saw
Of
that
course,
and
I
went
mean,
straight to dig it. You kind of had to, I think.
yeah,
Plando.
of course. Aside from so I knew that the pause buffer was in Logic, but I've never done it before. I'd only heard of it as like extremely difficult, and so like if there was nothing in Mini Helmosaur Room, that's what I was going to throw myself at next. So really, those swords in Mini Helmosaur saved me on this one. Oh man, what a trial! I can't wait to do another one of these in 1 hour.
Oh no.
Are you
Please
serious?
tell me you have better settings.
Well, they may sound familiar. They are uh, let's see. It is inverted. Oh yeah, can't get enough of that.
Oh no.
And
Randomized swords, key sanity, 7/7, but no
Yeah.
boss and no enemizer.
Yeah, no animizer this time. And I didn't choose this one, so I chose the settings for this one. Cheamo graciously said, "Whatever you want, pick whatever you want." I said, "My idea of fun is can be pretty weird, and but the deal was I get to pick my fun stuff for this one, and Cheamo gets to pick his." Whatever he wants for the next one. So hopefully that's fun as well. So this was my pick, but Uli submitted our race that starts in an hour on Zero. He submitted that, and he's the one that proposed the format for that. It just happens to be another inverted key sanity. Hooray! Oh man.
Good, just
There's
good luck
definitely a
on that.
love of the inverted seeds in this tournament so far.
Yeah, I mean, I really like inverted, and especially how like the thing I hate most about inverted is when it really forces extreme low percent dark world bosses. But I feel like that happens less often in Key Sanity because there are all those additional small key and big key gates, and all those locations in the light world that those keys can be placed. So yeah, I really like this mode. I really like inverted Key Sanity. Can't wait to do another one of these in an hour. Oof. Oh, I'm curious whose audio was on Restream. If anyone got to enjoy my my MSU pack or.
Yeah, it was on yours. We were able to name a couple of them. There was
Oh.
Banjo-Kazooie, there was some Link's Awakening, there was Link's Awakening 2019. Breath of the Wild I also heard.
Yep.
Super Mario World. We heard some Cadence of Hyrule.
Well, great.
There was a Final Fantasy one in there.
Dragon Quest.
Well, there's 61 different tracks. So yeah, there was a little bit of all of that, and even more. So
Hey, mine didn't get paid.
yeah, I always enjoy running with a randomized MSU pack and then getting delighted. Like the first time I killed a crystal and the Super Mario World end of stage fanfare played, I was just absolutely delighted. I'm easily amused though, so.
I think everybody loved that one.
Yeah, that was kind of fun. Alright.
I love it. I love it.
Okay. So, as Krelbel mentioned, we have Eula Maniac coming up. It's at 9 o'clock tonight. Run 0. And then we have Orange Kupo versus JTM tomorrow at 10 a.m. And then we also have a match also on Sunday. We have quite a number of them. We have Tabby Cats 54 against DJ Darkwing D at 5 o'clock. Then the Gaming Contrarian versus Bricky of Kokiri at 9 o'clock. And then going into next week, we do see Sephiroth versus Ovidius Nazo at 6 for the 6th of October at 8 p.m. And then we have GFE 12 versus Bacon 1207 at 9 p.m. So definitely want to stick around with the Plando Central family of networks. And yeah, if you got anything else, Radical Sniper, please sign us off here.
Okay, well, I have nothing else, I think, unless, well, never mind. I think we are good here. Just want to thank everybody for hanging out for this marathon of a seed. Remember to follow the runners. Rebel and Cheamo put on a great show today on this one, with some of the just roughest outline. And of course, also want to shout out the rest of the team. Today, our restreamer was Yanni. Tracker was Xander. Our seed roller, Tabby, you roll some evil seeds. Our, of course, admin on duty, JTN, and joining me with the comms, Professor Renderer.
It was a pleasure to come with you, man.
So until the next time, I guess.
Thanks, everyone.
Take it easy, everybody.